Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the this important writer of the Victorian era. That was Oscar Wilde. We talked about some short story in our class, like the Rose and the Nightingale, the Selfie Giant, and although The Happy Prince, all these short stories was written by Oscar Wilde. And although we made expositions about one of his famous book, that is a picture of Dorian Grace. Okay, let's start to read about this author, Oscar Wilde. Author Oscar Wilde was known for his acclamated work including The Picture of Dorian Gray and the importance of being earnest, as well as his brilliant wit, flamboyant style, and infamous imprisonment for homosexuality. He was an author, playwright, and poet. Oscar Wilde was a popular literary figure in late Victorian England. After graduating from Oxford University, he lectured as a poet, art critic, and a leading proponent of the principles of aestheticism. In 1891, he published The Picture of Dorian Gray, his only novel, which was panned as immortal by Victorian critics, but is now considered one of his most notable works. As a dramatist, many of Wilde's plays were well received, including his satirical comedies Lady Windermere Fan, A Woman of No Importance, An Ideal Husband, and The Importance of Being Earnest. His most famous play, unconventional in his writing and life, Wilde's affair with a young man led to his arrest on charge of gross indecency. In 1895, he was imprisoned for 2 years and died in poverty 3 years after his release at the age of 46. That was all about Oscar Wilde. Now I'm going to talk about his famous book, The Picture of Dorian Gray. In this class, we analyze all the chapters of this interesting novel. That one of the main topic is principle of aestheticism. This book relates the history of Dorian, a handsome young man. Dorian's nature is unspoiled, and his exquisite outer beauty mirrors the pure inner beauty of his soul. He is an innocent He is as innocent as the day he was born, until a certain young lord enters the picture. To cut a long story short, Dorian idealistic, idealistically falls in love with Sibyl, and upon realizing the fact that she doesn't live up to his expectations, he dumps her. She kills herself, and instead of mourning her and learning a lesson, Dorian reads the Yellow Book, listens to Lord Henry, and gets over the whole thing. We're not exactly sure what Dorian's up to over the next decade or so. He's deeply influenced by the Yellow Book and constantly changes his mood by leaving. That things look peachy, fishy keen on the surface. Rumor starts to emerge about Dorian's secret, evil deeds. We don't know any details, but it seems like our hero has gone completely over the dark side. All bets are off. Dorian seems to have lost all vestige of his former self. He doesn't even have any feelings left for Basil, formerly his best friend. In fact, even after he kills Basil in a fit of passion, he pretty much feels like B. Brought it upon himself. Like Lord Henry, Dorian seems mostly to be filled with a vague sense of pity and contempt for everyone else. To top it all off, he blackmails another ex-friend, Alan Campbell, into covering for his crime. Dorian is understandable shaken by Basil's murder, but not for reasons we'd expect. Rather, he's terrified that he'll get caught. To make matters worse, he discovers that James Bain, brothers of Basil, is back in town and on the motorized road for him. Dorian is racked with fear of death. First in London, then when James follows him to his country home at Silby. It seems as though everything has worked out for old Dorian Gray. James Bain is accidentally killed at Silby, which means that there's nobody out looking for him. He feels a profound sense of relief and wonders if he would change his ways after all. After thinking that he should turn over a new life, Dorian basically says, screw it up, and decides to keep on going the way he's been going. He loves being evil and realizes that even the thought of becoming good makes him a hypocrite, a new sin to add to his catalog. However, mortality triumphs, and Dorian finally gets his competence by trying to destroy his portrait. He kills himself. That was all. Thank you so much.